ये म्यूजिक के साथ अच्छा लगा। अरे रिवाइंड कर।
Don't try this at home. Always keep both hands on the steering wheel.
Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos World once again. Today I have with me a good friend of mine, Zohair Ahmed, a very well known name in the motovlogging scene, and glad to have you here on this ownership.
Likewise.
That's good. You sound like Jackie Chan, I guess.
Oh, thank you. Compliment.
Okay, that's cool, man. So we are having fun. It was a surprise visit, and I'm glad that he's here at my place. And we thought that we'll make good use of this opportunity. So I'm going to ask him, we're going to have a Q&A session about the brand new Polo TDI that he has bought for himself. So let's start out with this Q&A session without beating around the bush. So Zohair, we know you as a die-hard biker, and you've ridden some of the most exotic bikes. Now you tell me, are you are you as much into cars as much as you are into bikes?
Not really. See, in cars, it's pretty much, when you're riding a bike, you're actually living the moment. But in the car, it's more of like you're playing a video game sitting behind a windshield, So not that much of a car guy, but yeah, not as much as bikes. Of course, I'm a car guy, but not as much as a bike guy.
Okay, that's cool. Now, secondly, you have ridden all sorts of super bikes and hyper bikes. Now, coming to cars, have you got your hands on some of the exotic cars?
Honestly, not really. Back when I was in Saudi, I used to drive sometimes there's a 124, there's a old Mercedes 124, there's a V8 AMG variant of that. It's called the E300 AMG. I'm not yet sure. I was pretty young back then, so technically that's the most powerful car I've driven.
Okay, that's cool. And how was your experience then? You liked it?
I loved it, absolutely. The V8 petrol, that sound, the feel, it's pretty insane. What can I say?
That's cool. Now, coming to the third and more important question, we're getting into the more crucial questions now. Now, once the thought of buying a new car hit your mind, what were your priorities? Like, was it comfort, or was it reliability? Was it refinement? What were your priorities when you thought of buying a new car for yourself?
See, if I can order it down in terms of priority, my biggest priority was comfort. Second was refinement and after sales backup at the same time. Third, power. Agar thoda bahut hai to it's just the last thing on my mind, power from the car. That's it.
So that's good to hear. And coming to the next question, of course, what were your choices before you zeroed in on the Polo TDI?
I was pretty much bent in towards the Brezza. Okay. The Suzuki Brezza. It was newly launched, and it was looking pretty good. But afterwards, because Polo is a car which a lot of my friends had, I drove it many times, but it didn't really click that much. But when I took the test ride of the new one, I was pretty much taken aback. So I was just looking at the Brezza, and then I zeroed in on the Polo. I didn't really look at other cars.
Okay, so it was basically between the Brezza and the Polo. Okay, that's good. So now coming to the main question, are you happy with your choice?
Very happy, more than happy, I can say.
So what do you like most about this car?
The stability and the quality.
Okay, you mean the build quality?
Build quality.
Okay, and the high speed stability.
High speed stability and cornering is really amazing. You can really have fun on the streets, on the highway as well. I've done Bangalore in the car. That's the longest I've done. Absolutely loved it.
How is the suspension setup?
Suspension setup, it's hard when you need it to be, it's soft when you need it to be. That's the most apt explanation I can give. When you're at high speeds, it feels hard and stable, but even if you're going on some bumps and bad city roads, it's pretty much soft and smooth and comfy.
Now coming to the last question, anything you didn't like or you want to change about the car?
the low end torque, as in we expect it to surge forward, as in most of the Suzuki cars, because my dad and but my mom basically uses an Ertiga. In those cars, as soon as you put it in the gear, you hit the accelerator, it just goes, and the power tapers off towards the end. In this car, it's the opposite. Initially, you will not feel like it's gonna even pull, but once you cross like 2000 2500 rpm, it gives you a very big hit. So I think the low end torque should have been a bit better.
Okay, okay, that's good. And Indian mindset kitna deti hai is the first question on our minds. Have you had any approximate figure you can come up with?
16. That's what I can say. And to give it in a raw thing, I could go from Hyderabad, my house, to Anekal in Bangalore in one tank full of petrol. And I still had reserve left. When I reached Bangalore, it entered the reserve.
So that's pretty decent mileage for premium hatch, I guess. And what is the top speed you've managed to achieve with this car?
Is it legal?
It's safe. It's YouTube, man. It's YouTube.
I've done 190, and quite frankly, I didn't want to go beyond that because I was a bit scared. Because on bikes, I'm used to it. In the car, I was still, I was like, okay, is it even safe? But I tell you what, even at 190, this car is quite stable. It doesn't scare you that much. I've done it on a Swift before. It's pretty scary in the Swift. Even 160 is very scary in the Swift. But this...
And a disclaimer, please don't try this anywhere.
Don't try this at home or on roads as well.
At home or on roads, okay? Not even on your PC. So anyway, that's cool. That's really good to know that the car holds stable at speeds of around 190. But Zohair here is a very experienced driver, so please keep that at the back of your mind. And thank you very much, Zohair, for sharing such valuable information about the Polo TDI. And you are an awesome rider and a YouTuber, a very wonderful human being. Thank you, and I really cherish your friendship.
I think this should continue.
Yeah. Take care, man. God bless.
See you.
So that was the spontaneous chat session I could make out of what was eventually Zohair's casual, friendly visit to my place. If you even find 50% of the info shared useful, I would consider the effort that went into making this video worthwhile. Well, I always want to leave my signature mark in almost every video of mine, so I did go ahead and shoot my trademark walk-around style video clips that you see here being played during this voiceover. Now, I also did get my hands on the car, and this was my immediate hands-on impression after getting to drive this 1.5 litre TDI diesel variant, which I believe was updated sometime in 2014. संभल के जोहर भाई वाईआरएफ वाले केस डाल लेंगे।
नहीं भाई नहीं। एक छोटी था 3 सेकंड के लिए मोनोफोनिक टोन गाए तो नहीं डालते।
See, it's a Polo, yeah. We are well acquainted with how the Polo handles and how it drives. It drives amazingly well, and that's its strong point, and that hasn't changed. And it has gotten better. It is more responsive now. The bottom end torque is better. Steering feel is just about perfect. Like the car goes where you want it to go. Steering feedback and feel is just the way I prefer it, and the back support is also good. The seats are nice and comfortable, the gear shifts are smooth,
and I'd say even the passenger comfort is double thumb up.
We're just having fun. It's the Polo, it's all about having fun.
It's the weather which is making us enjoy ourselves technically.
Exactly. So that's my impression. The suspension, the chassis is just about spot on. It's not too stiff, not too soft, just as Zohair pointed out, and as well as the chassis is rock solid, and that's what we expect from a Volkswagen, and that's what we get. Well, that's about it for now, guys. I just hope you enjoyed watching this video. I just hope you learned something useful out of it. Until next time, this is Dinos saying ciao, take care, God bless, and drive safe.